when World War I started, my father had just graduated, I love the word, from a tiny little school in an even tinier village in the eastern part of Prince Edward Island. When he heard war was being declared, he took the train going from, believe it or not, Sturgeon, PEI, to Charlottetown, and it was 40 miles, and it took him a whole day by train. He decided he wanted to join the artillery because he wanted to get, do something big. So he joined the 2nd Siege Battery, which is a battery formed solely of PEI officers and men. And he saw, as he went in through the end gates, he saw this guy, look at this great big shell. And he said, I'd be danged if I want to do that. I just got off the farm. I'll become a signaller when I've got a flashlight and flags and all that sort of stuff. That'll be neat. And he joined another guy by the name of Walter Lance. They both felt the same. Then they found out, after they were signed out, that they had to carry a big roll of cable on their backs as a signaller, because they didn't have radios, they had telephones. And guess who had to repair those telephone cables when the shells cut them? They did. In any event, Dad got the military medal at Vimy, finished off the war, got a touch of gas, but unfortunately didn't do it. Stayed in the militia right up to the beginning of World War II. He was then a lieutenant colonel, resigned, joined the Army as a major, went overseas with the 3rd Div SIGs, and got himself torpedoed going through the Straits of Gibraltar. He survived, but it took 4,500 men off the ship, but they lost the ship and all their gear. And my father said, somewhat humorously, don't ever think of sleeping comfortably in marble palaces, because they are as cold as you could possibly imagine. He came home, thank God, we became very, very close friends. But it was not easy because I'd grown up without him.
And you went to RMC yourself and served in Korea?
I went to RMC, As a matter of fact, my father was very good about that. I just finished taking 2 years of pre-med, and my biology professor and myself were not getting along at all. So in February, I walked into her office, put my notes there and said, I quit. And I had fortunately enough subjects to graduate, something else, wrote the exams for RMC, got a scholarship, and that took me off for the next 4 years and into the Army for the next 25. And I've enjoyed every single minute of it. First-class men and wonderful training.
And you also served in Korea?
That's 40 days after I graduated, I was in Korea. After 40 days was my embarkation leave. But got to remember, I'd also taken all my training as an officer and as a crew commander in the summers between grades, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd years. 4th year I was graduated as an officer.
Well, Walter, thank you very much for your service, and thank you very much for sharing your knowledge here in the Canadian War Museum. Walt Conrad. Thank you, Walter.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.